Let's get a backdrop about sheep real quick. And after it gives us a backdrop about sheep, we can get a full understanding of everything else. Sheep are dumb. And since sheep are dumb, sheep will just follow other sheep. If they feel like they're in danger, they will huddle up together and just try to run the same direction. So the thing that happens with a sheep, the sheep herder or the shepherd has to anoint the sheep. And when he anoints the sheep, that's the oil that he runs in the sheep ears, and it helps the sheep because bugs get in the sheep ear and kills the sheep dead. Different insects and stuff get in the sheep ear and kills them. So what the shepherd does is he anoints the sheep's ears so they won't. So any kind of bugs, any kind of mess will slide out of their ears and they won't die. That's a message by itself. So I'm saying that to say that you have to make sure that you're covered and make sure that your pastor or your covering is covering you to the point that when you hear mess about them, hear mess about your ministry, hear mess about your anointing, that is not the stuff that's going to kill you. That is going to be the thing that's going to help you. So this, I make sure I don't hear because I got this oil in my ear and I don't have this nonsense. All this nonsense is blocked out. But I'm going to keep going about the sheep so you can catch on too. So what happens with the sheep is the sheep are scared of moving water. And since the sheep are scared of moving water, the water has to be still so they can drink from it. But the thing is, the shepherd has to lead them to still water. The shepherd has to make sure that he's guiding the sheep. So the shepherd has a rod and a staff. The staff guides the sheep, but the rod is used to beat the sheep into subjection, beat the sheep into submission, beat the sheep into where he needs the sheep to go. So when this is happening, wow, you got to catch on that the two items that's in the shepherd's hand, one is for correction and one is for guidance. So the point of all of that, at the end of the night, the shepherd calls the sheep into the sheepfold, the sheep pen, and he closes the door. He has someone to watch the door at night, so no one try to climb over and get the sheep, nobody try to hop the fence, or no one tries to attack the one that's at the door to stop him from getting to the sheep. So when that happens, that lets you know and makes you get a clear understanding of, he says that if they come in any other way, they're thieves and robbers. That's telling me that these people that's not your shepherd is coming in and telling you stuff and you're following it. That's telling me that they're thieves and robbers because you already have a shepherd. Now, if you don't have a shepherd, you can't listen to every shepherd because the word says that the sheep follows the voice of the shepherd, and you can't be hearing so many different voices. So let's flip this. I don't let everybody pour into me because I have a covering and I'm careful about who I let pour into me, because even though I am a pastor, I'm still a sheep. So on top of that, the other thing that you have to catch on and realize is when the shepherd does not have anyone to guard the gate, and then we have another area where there's just an open pasture, and then we don't have a pen or a gate for the sheep to come in, and there's just an opening, the shepherd will actually put the sheep inside. And when he puts them inside this area, puts them inside an enclosed area, the shepherd literally lays in front of the opening and becomes the door. And he lays in front of the opening and becomes the door. So if anything try to come through the door, they have to come through the shepherd. So anything trying to come after me have to come through Christ. Anything have to come through me, trying to come after me, have to come through God. This is so amazing because I've seen where shepherds was laying at night in front of the sheep, and I never understood that. But now I'm understanding they were the door because they didn't have a physical door to keep the sheep covered. Their job is to protect the sheep, so they have to stand there at the entrance. So now let's look at Psalms 23.